In today's Roblox Grow A Garden video, we'll be attempting to get every single mutation on the new poison apple. A lot of you guys have requested me to do this after I do the great pumpkin, which we did the great pumpkin. So now it's time for the poison apple. Now, I actually did AFK this time and got my mutations done early, so I can actually get Dawnbound in this video. So there we go. We have Dawnbound on here with also a ton of other mutations. I did actually AFK Luminous and Glimmering, so I can get those moved over right away since we did have sprays for those, but now we don't. That way we can save a little bit of time in the videos. And with that, we did get Shocked, Bloodlit, we got Tempestuous. We got a lot of our mutations done. We also got Corrupt, Foxfire, Chakra from AFKing. So we have a pretty good amount of mutations that we can save some time on today. I'm actually going to be using this great pumpkin here to have my Raiju eat it because it has an extra shock mutation on it. And that way we can get the static mutation done. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into this. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is spawn in my sprinklers here. Or actually, no, hold on. What am I saying? We're going to actually do our sugar apples here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and place the poison apple seed down right here next to my star caller. And then we're going to go ahead and get the sugar apples planted. There we go. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is get our mandrake spawned in. And we're going to go ahead and get our apple gazelle spawned in. And then we're going to go ahead and hit grow all real quick on the main account. It's not working. It's not working. All right, hold on. Let me, I got to rejoin my main. Give me 1 minute here. All right, so now I can actually hit grow all. So I'm going to go ahead and hit it. And it didn't work. Let's go, dude. Hold on. I think it might be lagging because everything's T-posing. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit of lag. All right, so here's our poison apple tree. This thing actually looks sick. And we got our sugar apples here. So let's go ahead and quickly, let me grab my... Why do my toys keep getting out of my inventory, bro? All right, let's go ahead and boost these guys here so we can get rot, and then boost this guy. Oh, he's already boosted for warped. All right, let's go ahead and grab some sugar apples. Warped, please. Can I get some warped mutation, please? Okay, there we go. We got warped applied to a sugar apple, which is this one. So we're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and move this guy over here with this warp mutation. Throw it right there. And then let's go ahead and get gloom done next. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually reclaim all of these extra sugar apples just to get them out of the way. And let's go ahead and get an advanced sprinkler placed down real quick. I'm actually going to place it pretty close to my tree, and then we're going to get our mandrake seeds here with some watering cans, and let's go ahead and get rot done. Okay, we got rot on a mandrake. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and throw this in the pile over here of our mutations and get rid of the rest of these. All right, and then we can go ahead and pick up our mandrakes and get started with the real business here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all these poison apples up here to clear out this. And then actually, you guys told me some new growing methods with the mooncats and stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in my mooncats here. I think I actually might know why they're bugged. It's because I'm using a thing to let my main account be in here. So say deleted the Windows 10 client of Roblox, and I think whenever I do that, it actually bugs my pets and stuff, and it bugs some of the things not working when I purchase them. I just want to use my main account Roblox. Okay, I need 2 accounts for these videos. All right, so we got our mooncats. You guys showed me some new methods I could try, so we're gonna try them out here. But let's go ahead and get our sprinklers down. So we got a grandmaster we're gonna place down. We got a godly, master, advanced. Well, we already had an advanced, but that's fine. With another one, and basic. There we go. And so pretty much we're gonna let this soak on the poison apple here, and then whenever the mooncats start sleeping, hopefully we get a pretty good group of them. Actually, some of you guys said the mooncats don't stack anymore, but we're going to try this anyways. But we're going to let them kind of, yeah, lay around a second here. Let's see if we can actually get a decent stack. Okay, we got some of them stacked up right here. This should be fine, actually. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to hit grow all while they're actually on it. And then it's supposed to grow some pretty big... Yeah, okay, so that's what you're supposed to do, apparently, is you're supposed to hit grow all when the mooncats are actually on it, and then you can save time. Or you use the triceratops to smack it whenever they're actually sleeping on it. So yeah, thanks for letting me know because I'm a little stupid guy, okay? Right. But you guys know that already. All right, so we got our poison apples here. This is good. I don't really know which one's the biggest one because they're all actually gigantic. So wait, this one looks like very wide right here. This is a whole one right here. Obviously, I think this one is pretty big. I mean, they're all big. This one might be the biggest one here. Let me favorite oh wait, this is a whole entire one right here actually. Okay, so this one doesn't have anything on that one. Let me favorite that one. Look how wide that thing is. All right, yeah, never mind. I think I see which one is our biggest one here, dude. This is huge. All right, let me pick these up. Yeah, okay, we got our poison apple here. That's actually crazy. That's a thick one right there. Look how thick that thing is. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and get some sprays on this now. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait, this is our last chocolate spray, bro. So we're not gonna have chocolate anymore, dude. Add the sprays back. Add the sprays back, please, Jandal. I need sprays. All right, well, we're gonna have to figure this out. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do cloud touch since I have a lot of those. And I guess for this account, since we got glimmering done, I'll go ahead and do that. Oh, we have some chocolate on this account, so I'll use one of these. And then I guess we'll Oh my gosh, bro. How are we running out of stuff? All right, where's that honey sprinkler? Here we go. Will this even make it? I don't even know if this will make it. I'll try. And did that add it to these? Because sometimes the radius is kind of crazy. I don't know. All right, well, let's unfavorite it for a second. Okay, yeah, it does have honey glaze, so that's 4. And then we'll just go ahead and use our badger real quick to get that 5th one, and then we can convert this to rainbow. So let me go and throw this guy down. All right, well, that's honey glaze. I might as well real quick just go ahead and I guess throw a honey sprinkler over here, so these will be honey glazed, and we can use spine to smooth that over. Okay, there we go. And once our badger gives us cracked, we can go ahead and get that started. Actually, you know, I'll go ahead and start getting the pets ready then, since we gotta wait for this to get cracked anyway. So let's go ahead and spawn in our queen bee and our butterfly here. So the queen bee will cool down the butterfly and convert all the 5 mutations on this to rainbow, and then we'll get them back by just using our spino, because we have chocolate spray, but then we have glimmering, cloud touch, honey glaze, and cracked on other stuff. So and then actually in the meantime, I might as well get my Ryzen to get static done. So I'm going to unfavorite this pumpkin here because it has shock that I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, since we have shocked on the other things. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn this Ryzen in pretty quickly here before queen bee finishes with the butterfly, because we got to get static done first. And let's go ahead and get some carrot seeds placed down to start getting some mutations done here. The good thing is we also have bloodlet done, so we don't really need to worry about kappas and some other ones, so we can save some time with some of these mutations, which is awesome. So badger should apply crack to a ton of stuff. I probably should have waited to do the carrots until he is done, because he's going to give it on like literally everything, but that's fine. You know, we can use the crack mutation on everything. You know, it's great to have it. All right, so I will boost this Ryzen to get static done quickly. Let's make sure that's unfavorited. It is, and I think everything else with shocked on it is favorited, so we should be good there. So I'll make sure nothing over here has 5 mutations, which they don't. I will, I guess, go ahead and just keep an eye on that, but should be fine for now. But there we go. We have cracked on a ton of stuff, including the poison apple should be cracked. Hello? Are you cracked, bro? How are you not cracked, dude? He's literally applying it to everything. How is this not cracked? We're gonna somehow have to wait another round of the badger, because this guy did it on every single carrot around us, but not... Okay, that doesn't really make any sense to my brain, but sure, badger, whatever you want, bro. But anyways, these ones over here have cracked, or at least one of them does, so that will be what the spine has moved over later. But anyways, let's go ahead and get some of our other guaranteed mutation pets in here. So let's get the swan in to get graceful, lemon lion in to get brain rot. Oh, we need to get sandy, so I guess I'll go ahead and get 2 jackalopes in here to get a sandy done, and then we get like we'll do the peach wasp in a bit, because we got to get rainbow done first. I don't want the queen bee focusing on that. Badger, please give us crack, bro. Just give us cracked on that. Thank you. And then after you're done, I'll give us a phoenix for flaming, and I'll do a cockatrice for toxic. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be very good. All right. I might as well favorite all these just in case. I don't want them getting too many mutations while we're getting like these guaranteed ones, and then the butterfly targeting one of these plants. So let me just make sure all these are favorited just in case. That's good. And then this guy will get eaten anyways by the Raiju. So all right, badgers reapplying. Did we get it on our actual poison apple this time? Bro, how are you not applying it to the poison apple, dude? I don't understand how this is so hard for you. We might actually have to use a spino to like move some stuff over real quick, like just a cracked mutation over, because this guy is not... How it might just be out of range for him. Maybe the AoE just can't hit it. That's actually insane. All right, well, that's not good for us. I guess we're gonna have to just replace this guy for a spino for right now, so we can get it up. Oh shoot, bro, but then we're gonna have to wait. What's something... Maybe the Raiju will apply it. Well, let's see if Raiju will give us static on the poison apple. Maybe to limit it down, I'll go ahead and pick up these carrots for now. We need to just get static on that and something else, but let's go ahead and pick up all these just to maybe help us with that. Or even if a jackalope can just throw sand on it real quick, I'll take that and just get it again. That'd be perfect. All right, we'll see what happens. Let me boost the Raiju, get this going a little bit faster. And we still have time with our queen bee and butterfly, but man, bro, can this guy just like do this? Oh, there we go. We got sandy on the poison apple. Oh, it's up there, bro. It's not the one we needed on. All right, well, at least we got it on one of them. That will be useful later then. All right, well, I guess since that failed, and we got it on one of the poison apples, I'm just gonna see if we'll get static on this. So let's go ahead and just pick up these jackalopes for now. And also we'll try the cockatrice, because this guy might be able to hit it, and the phoenix for flaming. That actually might work fine. But I wish I had sprays, bro. It's so much easier just to throw sprays on there and get it done. You know what? We already threw chocolate on this, so it doesn't matter. All right, well, I was gonna YOLO the chocolate spray, but that's fine. I don't know what else I can get on there really quick, because I can't... I know I do have honey glazed on there. I was gonna say I can't get honey glazed. Or if the great pumpkin could just throw ghostly on this real quick, that'd be nice, because everything else has ghostly. I just need... So I need that 5th mutation, bro. Hopefully one of these guys will hook us up. We're running out of time here. I need to get rainbow done like right now. I'm gonna throw my golden goose in the mix to get fortune done as well. Butterfly still has the longest cooldown, so queen bee will definitely target it, but I need to get the mutations done done before then. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to restart the cooldowns. So I gotta figure this out in the next couple minutes here. This is a challenge. This is stressful, bro. Look at the butterfly hovering over all these. This looks yummy over here. All right, I'm gonna boost the spawn. Let's get graceful done so I can think about what I need to do. All right, we got graceful on a carrot. Thank you for your graceful mutation. I don't know which carrot. We have a lot of carrots over here. Okay, we got brain rot done on a sugar apple. Bro, oh, there's graceful on that carrot. All right, so brain rot's done on a sugar apple. Graceful is done. All right, Raiju, please apply static to this. I might. What else can I use, bro? I don't know why that guy won't apply cracked. I think it's because it's an AoE thing. What else can I use for a quick mutation? What's something that's fast? What is it? The glimmering sprite. Where is he, bro? Hey, I think everything else has oh, wait, the sugar apples over here. You might want to focus these. Oh, no. Oh, no. And the mandrake. Oh, no. All right, you know what? Worst comes to worst, throw a Spino in here, move one thing over, and we'll be fine. No. I'm just going to do it, bro. Actually, let's see if the Raiju does anything. Hold on. Okay, well, we got it on a poison apple, but it's not the poison apple. Oh, no, it is the poison apple. Oh, let's go do the Raiju came in clutch. All right, so we can get rainbow done now. All right, I was freaking out there. We got static on that, and we actually got it on... Oh, wait, I got to unfavorite this. I need him to eat that. All right, unfavorite that. Is this up here okay? I don't know. I'm gonna favorite that in case. All right, that better not have more mutations up there. Better only target the poison apple now. Everything else should be favorited. All right, we're good. That was getting scary. So you know what, glimmering spray, I don't need you. I boosted you for no reason. I was freaking out, but that's fine. All right, Raiju, goodbye. And all right, so I guess since we're in the clear now, I can go ahead. I'll boost my queen bee in a second once I know the timer will be lower. So now we need to get toxic done. We need to get flaming done. Let's go and boost these guys to get them out of the way. And yeah, that's good. We have 3 slots though we can use. I think we could actually probably start getting our disco bees done because I think we got everything. Oh, no. We need the grizzly bear and we need the ghost bear, but the ghost bear takes a while, so that's going to ruin our cooldown. So let's wait on that. Let's do the grizzly bears for now. Let's go and get those grizzly bears in. We do have Sandy up there, so we're good. We have cracked on a ton of stuff. I think we're good. Anything else AoE that we might need? Oh, like the phoenix and the... All right, let me get some more carrots in here real quick. All right, there we go. We got flaming on actually quite a lot. All right, there we go. We got flaming done, so we can go ahead and pick up the phoenix. That'll be useful. And cockatrice will give us toxic next. And then we should be getting rainbow done on the poison apple in a second. And then hopefully these grizzly bears give us fall. So what's next that I could do that's not gonna have a very long cooldown and ruin the butterfly? I mean, I guess I can wait. It's only a couple minutes here. All right, we got chakra. That's good. We needed a chakra, so that's done on something over here. Well, we also have corrupt foxfire chakra. So if we can actually get regular foxfire chakra, then that will be perfect. So we can get ascended chakra done. I don't know what chakra on, bro. And we got pollinated, which we needed that. We don't have to spray anymore. And we got toxic. All right, perfect. Got it on some sugar apples over here somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this cockatrice then. Thank you. I'll reboost the golden goose, get that egg done, and then we'll reboost these grizzly bears to hopefully get fall. Maybe. Oh, perfect. Fall was added to the mandrake over there. Thank you so much. You guys actually worked quickly today. All right, I'm gonna go and wait for this to do the butterfly then real quick. Cool down the butterfly so we can get rainbow done, and then we will start spawning more stuff in. I don't want to accidentally spawn something again, and then it just refreshes that. I think everything over here is good. All right, I think everything is favorited that we need to be favorited. So the butterfly should only be targeting the poison apple. All right, so butterflies should be... Yeah, there we go. Should be cooldown. I was about to say, what the heck? All right, so say goodbye to these mutations, and now we have rainbow. So I'm going to reapply chocolate, but we do have glimmering over there, static over there, cloud touch. I got to reapply actually, but then honey glaze over there, so that's good. But anyways, our poison apple is now rainbow, so I'm going to go and favorite that so I don't ruin anything with that. Pick up these 2, and let's go ahead and reapply the chocolate spray, and then on my main account over here, I'll reapply the cloud touch spray. So that way this has 3 mutations on it, but we're going to get all the rest of them added back onto it in just a second. So there we go. Let's favorite it again, and we're good. Oh, here's that extra toxic carrot. I'll go and pick that up. So we have one over there. All right. So we just have the golden goose in here. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting other stuff done. Let's get the peach wasp spawned in. Let's get the spriggan spawned in so we can get plasma and we can get bloom. Let's go ahead and get our disco bees going. 5 disco bees. That's good. I don't think there's anything else that I need after this besides the chicken zombies and maybe the gnome. I think we have everything else actually done right now. I'll go ahead and put these in my hotbar just so I know, but I'll add anything else that I'm missing. Oh, and we need to get the ghost bear done. So let me actually, that's what I'm missing. I'll replace the golden goose in a second with the ghost bear. And I'll unfavorite all these whenever I go AFK just so I don't accidentally pick up anything while we're waiting here. All right, golden goose, thank you for your egg. There we go, fortune egg. Pick up the golden goose. I'll also favorite this just in case. I don't want to pick anything up. All right, so I'll go ahead and throw the ghost berry in then so we can get spooky done. And then hopefully we get disco done pretty quick. But yeah, so now we just got to wait. We mostly are just going to be waiting for the next like 10 plus minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wait this out until these cooldowns are done. I'm going to go ahead and double check as well if there's any pre-AFK setup pets that I missed. I think we're pretty much good, but I'll go ahead and double check. and we can spawn those in if needed. But I think we are almost there for our AFK setup. So I'll be right back for a couple minutes, and we'll go ahead and wait for these guys to get done. All right, so there was one pet I forgot about, which was the Mizuchi. So we need to spawn him in to give us the Azure mutation. But anyways, our queen bee, or not our queen bee, bro. What am I saying? Our disco bees are almost done here, so I'm gonna start boosting them to see if we get discos. Let's do the first one. Disco mutation. Failed. All right, next one. Failed. Next one. Also failed. All right, final one. Actually, we have 2 more. Failed. Bro, you're our only hope, Jax. Come on, Jax. Please. Please, dude. Please.
Nope.
Bro, how did all 5 of them fail? This is actually so sad. All right, I'm gonna actually boost the ghost bear. Okay, bro. Why does this, why is the cooldown like this? All right, well, this was a waste of toys because every pet in this game hates me. But we'll come back in a minute and boost the peach walls, get that done, to get plasma, Spriggan to get bloom, and then hopefully we can actually get disco. All right, so now we should hopefully get some stuff done this time. So the ghost bear got to reboost, but literally by like 3 seconds, dude. That's crazy. But let's go ahead and reboost the ghost bears so we can get spooky done on something. So I'll give us the spooky mutation. All right, there we go. We got spooky. I'll go ahead and throw it over here. I'm gonna replace the ghost bear with our rainbow Mizuchi so we can try to get Azure done. And then next we should have the Spriggan and the peach Ross to give us plasma and bloom. And then how much does this guy have? All right, he's got like a 2-minute cooldown boosted, so hopefully we get him done pretty quickly. And I'm gonna reboost the disco bees now, I guess, to hopefully actually give us disco this time. All right, Spriggan, what you doing, buddy? Oh, okay, you got bloom on tons of stuff over here, so thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and pick you up. I'm gonna go ahead and also move these extra ones since you got it like on every carrot over there that we had. Plasma's in the minute and 40 seconds left. Disco bees are almost done, and the Mizuchi. So let's go ahead and wait a minute here, and hopefully this stuff gets done. But we do have an extra slot now, so I guess with that extra slot from our Spriggan, I will start throwing in our chicken zombies since we got to get these guys done and they take a while. So first chicken zombie is in the mix, and then I'll also go ahead and get the gnome and griffin in there in a second. All right, let's see. We're gonna get disco, maybe, please, maybe. All right, failing already, but we still got like 4 or 5 others that are gonna attempt. But at least we'll get plasma done. Azure failed as well, but hey, at least we'll get plasma done, right? All right, where's our peach was? He wants this carrot over here. That's fine. I'll pick you up now. Thanks for that. Go ahead and move this over here. And I guess I'll go ahead and throw in another chicken zombie because that's gonna probably take a while. All right, come on, guys. Please, please. Let's get disco done, please. Failed. Come on, the rest of you. One of you. Failed. Bro. What are we doing? Oh, okay. We got it on sugar apple. We're good. We got it done. Thank you so much. That was terrifying. All right. Let's go ahead and pick these guys up now. Thank you for at least one of you doing what you're supposed to do. All right. So we can go ahead and throw in the rest of our chicken zombies now to hopefully get zombified done out of the way. And hopefully they're faster than our disco bees were, since the disco bees seem to just dislike us. And then I'm going to throw in the griffin and the gnome, and we should be good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and wait for these guys to get their mutations done, and then we'll be ready for that AFK setup. I'm gonna boost the Mizuchi again. Hopefully we get Azure done, and yeah, should be good. Should be good for that AFK setup in just a minute. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and try to boost some of our pets here and see if we can get zombified done. We have our Mizuchi boosted, who's about to try and apply Azure again, so I haven't had any luck with that. Same with our gnome, and our griffin just applied nothing. Actually, he just cooled down our pets, but that helped a little bit for the cooldowns at least. But all right, let's go ahead and boost some chicken zombies here and see if we can get excuse me. Let's see if we can get zombified. Brother, okay, I'll bring it to 40 seconds. So actually, if I boost these guys, it should be all within 1 to 2 minutes. All right, cool. So let's see if we get zombified done. See if we get gnome done. I really need to get Mizuchi done though before I do my AFK setup, and especially zombified. Gnome would be nice though, so we have an extra spot, and I can leave the griffin in the AFK setup if we need to. But this should be good. Hopefully we get zombified done though. All right, let's see. Zombified. Failed. Okay, I kind of expected that. Hopefully one of the other ones give us zombified so we don't have to wait another 20 minutes. That'd be nice. Gnome failed. Bro, we're just, all these pets are failing, dude. Come on, we gotta get ready for the AFK setup, guys. What are we doing? Why are we failing at life? This is so sad. This is so sad. I'm gonna cry. I'm crying. All right, one of you. Come on, let's see zombified. Failed, and oh, there we go. We got on a carrot. Let's go. Oh, all right. We got it done. All right, let's go ahead and pick up these chicken zombies then. I was scared. I was shaking in my boots. My boots and I were shaking together. Yeah, we're going to get Spinus, move all this over to our big poison apple here and make a big, nice, expensive one. But all right, so those are done. Can we get Azure done, please? Finally, we got it done on a carrot as well. All right, he saw the chicken zombies actually help us out and decided to do it as well. All right, so now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I guess I'll throw in, I don't think these are gonna take that long. Usually, as we gotta at least get gnome done, but I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in some chinchillas just in case for some reason we can't get it done. I want to get these two done though, so we can, I know these guys take 40 minutes, but I do want to try to get these two done before our AFK setup, at least the gnome. The griffin can stay in the AFK setup, that's fine, but if he's out of the way, we can get our Spino started a little bit earlier. All right, so actually I wasn't thinking straight, I guess, and I actually realized that with these two guys, I can actually get the rest of my AFK pets put in here, so I don't need to sit here and wait for them to go AFK, although if we did get one of them done now, I could throw Spino in the mix or Chinchilla to help with the rest of the pets. But we'll go ahead and start the AFK setup here. So we have our Griffin for Cyclonic, we have our Gnome to give us Gnome. Let's go ahead and get our Lobster in for Molten Meteoric, which can give us Blazing and Infernal. We'll go ahead and get the Spaghetti slot in to get Aromatic and the Spaghetti mutation when all of his mutations combine. Go ahead and get the Tranquil Scarlet put in here for Verdant and Tranquil, and we'll get the Corrupt Scarlet for Corrupt and a better chance for Verdant as well. And then with those last two slots, we got to get our Junk Bot in here so we can get Oil done, and our Space Squirrel so we can get Void Touch done. And there we go. We have bro, I'm dying. There we go. We have our AFK set up now. I'm gonna also go ahead and boost this Griffin just to see if we can get Cyclonic done early, and I'll boost this Gnome one more time to try and get that done. But there we go. Our AFK setup is in place, and we can go ahead and let these guys do their work and try to get these mutations done while we AFK. I'll real quick just see if we can get Cyclonic done from the Griffin. If we don't, we'll go ahead and just, you know, AFK with him for a bit. But if we get him done now, we go ahead and throw a Chinchilla in there, and then we can go ahead and get our Spinos mixed in a little bit early. But let's go ahead and see if we can get Cyclonic done. Oh, and if we get Cyclonic done, we can get rid of these extra carrots, so the pets will just apply everything to these over here or the poison apple directly. All right, you want to give us Cyclonic, bro? Shoot over here. Shoot your tornado this way. We have lots of carrots. Okay, just cooldowns. All right, well, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead then and just AFK, and hopefully we'll get Cyclonic done, and we'll come back in a bit and just see if we get anything done so we can start throwing in Chinchillas and stuff. So we'll go ahead and be right back, and let's start the AFK grind. All right, so we have AFK'd for a few hours, and we got all of our mutations completed from our AFK pets, and we got them all moved over with the Spino. So as you can see here, we have all of these mutations applied to our poison apple, which, by the way, I finally got the fall fountain, the fall merchants here, and you guys were telling me you can actually get it with the fall merchant, which I didn't realize that, and so we got that, so that'll help with getting the fall mutation in the future. But anyways, so if we actually check our mutations here, we do have 42 mutations total on this thing, and then if we actually separate some of these, like Spaghetti, we'd be at about 44 mutations. Abyssal would bring us about 45, Gloom 46, Infernal would be about 49, Storm Charge would bring us to about 52, Harmonized Chakra 53, and Paradisal would bring us to about 54, and then Ceramic would bring us to about, I want to say 56, 57. Yeah, 56. So 56 mutations total on this thing, including Dawnbound, which is actually really good to have. We did get Corrupt Foxfire Chakra, but we did not get regular Foxfire Chakra. If we could have gotten that, then these would have all combined, and we would have got Harmonized Ascended Chakra, or I guess it's just Ascended Chakra, and this would have been even more. But either way, it's still pretty good. The apple is so big and has so many mutations, I can't actually even see it anymore. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and use our magnifying glass to check the value of our poison apple, and then we'll try to get amber on it and see if the value changes if we do get amber. So let's go ahead, without further ado, check the value of our poison apple. So in 3, 2, 1, boom. This poison apple is worth 1.9, almost 2 trillion shekels, which is actually pretty good to see with all these mutations on it and not being one of the best fruits in the game. It's not even a transcendent, and it's hitting about 2 trillion, so that's really good to see. And honestly, if you did not watch my last video where I did the Great Pumpkin, yeah, you're gonna be surprised because the value of that was nowhere near this, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. So go watch that if you haven't already. I think it's because of the size difference, but anyways, yeah, 1.9 trillion is really good. So let's go ahead and spawn in these raptors now and just see if we can get amber applied to bump up the value of this thing just a little bit. All right, so we have our raptors spawned in here, and pretty much almost all of them are boosted. Only boost the rest of them that aren't. Let's go ahead and pick this up and see if we get amber. All right, we did not get amber, which is surprising with all these boosted raptors, but there we go. Here is our poison apple with every single mutation on it that we were able to get, besides, you know, of course, some of the admin ones, since we did not have admin abuse while we did this. But this is still very good, and I'm actually happy with the value. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is the poison apple worth doing, or do you guys think this should be worth more? Drop a like on the video, subscribe, list some ideas below. I'll see you guys in the next one.